Good evening once more. We are about to solve these 3 or 4 problems in the world, which is to convert powers of 10, that is, convert 0.02 volts to millivolts and leave the answer in abbreviated form. Number 2 is to convert 4,700 ampere to kiloampere, leave the answer in scientific notation, and convert in number 3 0.000047 farad and 0.0001 farad to microfarad. For this, we'll be using the another method apart from the that which we divide this by what we are asked to convert to. So right now, we're solving for number 1 using moving the decimal point. We'll move the decimal point to tell us what is going to be if we convert it to what we are asked to convert them to. For example, let's take number 1 as an example. Number 1 says that we should convert 0.02 volts to millivolts. Then leave the answer in abbreviated form. That is 0.02 to what? To millivolts. We will now check what is milli. Milli on our table is 10 to the power of minus 3. That is milli. Milli is 10 to the power of minus 3. Now, to convert this 0.02 to milli, we will check. So, to do this, we will need to use the decimal point figure, where we have, if the decimal point is at the middle, like this, and we have an arrow moving to the right and another arrow moving to the left. This right and left stands for where the decimal point is going to be moving to. So this decimal point is what I am referring to. So if we have this decimal point here and it's moved to the right, it is moving towards the minus sign. And if we have decimal point moving to the left, it is moving towards the positive sign. That is the plus sign. So we have negative sign to the right and positive sign to the left. That is moving the decimal point to the right means you have 10 to the power of minus something. And if you have 10 to the power of plus, you'll be moving the decimal point to the left. For example, this number 1 that will have 0.02 to be converted to milli, as we have it from the question. And milli is 10 to the power of minus 3. So we will check this milli is going to be telling us where we'll be moving this decimal point to. Now, we have 10 to the power of minus 3. We have minus here, minus 3. So this minus tells us which direction we are moving this decimal point to. And from this figure, we'll have it to be to the right-hand side. That is number 1. The second thing we'll take note of is how many times are we going to be moving the decimal point to tell us what this number or what this question is going to be in milli. We have 3. So we'll be moving this decimal point to the right and in 3 places because of milli is 10 to the power of minus 3. So minus tells us that we are moving the decimal point to the right, and 3 tells us how many times we are moving the decimal point from this question. Now, if we do that, we would now have minus to move 1, 2, 3, and we'll stop here. So this empty space here, we'll fill it up with 0. Even though we have 3, 4, 5 empty spaces, we'll fill it up with zeros. So if we do that, we'll now have, at the end of the day, we'll have 2 0 points. If you say 0, no problem. That is 20. So our result is going to be 20. 20 what? 20 milli. 20 milli. So 20 millivolts. That is what we are asked to convert 0.02 volts to. So we'll be using this moving the decimal point method. That is moving the decimal point method. Unlike the division method we used earlier, we're using the moving decimal point method this time around, and we have the same result. So we are not using calculator to solve this. We just move the decimal point, and we have the result. That is 0.02. That is 0.02 volts is equal to 20 millivolts. Then we are now asked to leave the answer in abbreviated form. That is 20 small m and v. And this is our final result, 20 MV, 20 millivolts for number 1. Now for number 2, question 2 says to convert 4,700 ampere. Ampere is the unit for measuring electric current. So 4,700 ampere to kilo ampere. And to leave the answer in scientific notation. So that will be 4,700.0. It is the same thing. So using this figure that is moving the decimal point, we'll be moving it into what? Let's check. We are converting this to kilo. Kilo. And kilo is K. And K is 10 to the power of positive 3 plus 3. Either you write plus or not, it is still plus 3 as long as you don't have a minus sign there. So we have kilo to be 10 to the power of positive 3. So this positive tells us where this decimal point is going to be moving to. And how many times? 3 times. Let's see. We now have 4,700.0 moving to positive. That is to the left, this side. How many times? 3 times. We now have it to be to the left. 1, 2, 3. So the decimal point stops here, and we'll have it to be 4.7 kilo ampere. This is our result, 4.7 kilo ampere. But remember, we are asked to leave the answer in scientific notation. That is going to be 4.7 times 10 raised to the power of 3 ampere. This is our result for question 2. Question 3 is to convert 0.00047 farad to microfarad. So we are going to be moving this decimal point here, and that is going to be into how many? How do we know? Because we're converting to farad, microfarad. That is micro mu as the symbol for micro is 10 raised to the power of -6. So it means we'll be moving this decimal point to negative side, which is to the right, like this. Then how many times? 6 times. So we'll now have that to be 0.00047. Now we have to move this decimal point to the right because of minus. Then to how many times? 6 times. So we'll have it to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it stops here. And the result will be 47. 47 microfarad. So if I were to leave this in abbreviated form, it will be 47 mu F. So for the last question, which is 0.0001 farad to microfarad, will now be, that is question 4, will be 0.0001. So to microfarad, that would be micro is mu, which is 10 to the power of minus 6. Then it means we'll be moving this decimal point to the right, like this, from this side to the right. How many times? 6 times. So that would be 0.0001. Moving the decimal point will be to the right. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It stops here. Then these empty spaces, we fill it up with zeros. So at the end of the day, we would have 100 microfarad or 100 mu F. So this is going to be the answer using moving the decimal point method. Thank you.